Your brain made a decision about people when you were 5 years old, and you had no idea it happened. Right now, somewhere in your mind, there's a setting, a switch. And for some people, maybe you, that switch says, "I'm better off alone." You didn't choose that. You didn't wake up one day and decide people were exhausting. Your brain decided for you, years ago, before you even understood what loneliness was. And the worst part? The moment it happened, you don't remember it at all. In the 1960s, a British psychologist named John Bowlby discovered something that changed everything we know about human behavior. He found that between ages 1 and 5, your brain is doing one very specific job, figuring out one question. Are people safe? If the people around you, your parents, your caregivers, were consistently there, responsive, warm, your brain recorded, people are safe, people are good. But if they were absent, distracted, cold, unpredictable, your brain recorded something else. It recorded, don't meet them, you're safer alone. Psychologists call this avoidant attachment. And here's what's haunting about it. The child doesn't cry, doesn't protest, they just stop reaching out. From the outside, they look fine, independent, mature even. But inside, the brain just rewired itself, permanently. Does any of this sound familiar? Here's where it gets scientific and personal. Researchers found that people who prefer solitude process dopamine differently. Dopamine is your brain's reward chemical, the thing that makes something feel good. For most people, social interaction triggers a dopamine release. Being around others feels rewarding, energizing. But for people wired toward solitude, the same social situations trigger a stress response instead. Not because they're broken, because their brain learned very early on that people cost more than they give. So when you leave a party early, it's not rudeness. Don't reply to messages for hours. It's not coldness. Your brain is literally running a different program than most people around you. And that program was written in childhood, without your permission. Now, here's something nobody talks about, and this is where it gets fascinating. This wasn't always a problem. In fact, for most of human history, it was a superpower. Ancient tribes had a structure. Most people stayed together, hunted together, ate together, slept together. Safety in numbers. But every tribe also had someone who preferred the edges, who felt more comfortable alone, who noticed things the group missed. These were the scouts, the watchers, the ones who heard the predator before anyone else, because they weren't distracted by conversation. The people who preferred solitude weren't outcasts, they were essential. Their wiring kept the entire tribe alive. Evolution didn't make a mistake when it created you. It was building a specific kind of human for a specific kind of purpose. But here's the uncomfortable part. Most people who prefer being alone don't know why they prefer it. They just call themselves introverts. They joke about canceling plans. They say they recharge alone. What they don't realize is some of that preference isn't personality, it's protection. Their brain, somewhere around age 3 or 4 or 5, decided that needing people was dangerous, that wanting connection led to disappointment, that it was safer to need no one. And so they built a life around that belief, without ever questioning whether the belief was still true. The child who stopped reaching out became the adult who doesn't reach out. Same person, same switch, still set to the same position it was set to decades ago. But here's what's important to understand. Your brain didn't betray you. It protected you. With the information it had at the age it had it, it made the best decision it could. A 5-year-old can't evaluate whether their parent is going through depression or stress or trauma. They can only feel, they're not here for me, and adapt. That adaptation kept you functional, kept you moving, kept you from falling apart waiting for something that wasn't coming. That's not weakness, that's survival. The question isn't why you prefer being alone. The question is, are you alone because you choose it, or because 5-year-old you decided it was the only safe option, and nobody ever told you that you could choose again? Think about that.